right, from the headlines, and as long as I'm pissing people off, we may as well continue to piss people off. We're talking about how the White House signaled that the Rafah strike did not, oh no, it did not cross any red lines whatsoever. We're fine with that Israel decided to bomb the ever-loving shit out of some refugee camp or a bunch of innocent people. We don't give a flying fuck. I keep beating this drum, and I keep getting lambasted over it from a decent amount of people. First of all, I support Israel. I do. I absolutely recognize Israel's right to exist. I think that the Jewish people have underwent historically just tragedy upon tragedy. October 7th was a shocking moment, not only for the nation of Israel, but for the world at large. And something had to be done in response for that. We cannot continue to let Hamas operate and exist when they are actively planning the extermination of the Jewish and Israeli people. We cannot, all right? For those people who are doing the protests on college campuses in support of the Palestinians, I do support the Palestinians. I think the Palestinian people absolutely should have their own state, all right? However, it appears that many of those people who are protesting on college campuses aren't so much supporting the Palestinians as they are supporting the ideology of Hamas. All right, so I just wanted to say that. Now, the reason I preface everything with this is I can support Israel and their right to exist and their right to stomp out Hamas, while also calling out the bullshit that Israel is doing wrong. There have been 35,000 innocent Palestinians murdered in the Gaza Strip. 35,000. Population's only a little over 2 million. All right, so 35,000 have been murdered by an IDF, Israeli Defense Force, which is more bent on revenge than justice. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to keep saying it. It is times like these. It is times, especially after October 7th, when 1,700 Israelis were murdered by Hamas. It is at times like these when it is of the utmost necessity to be humane and just, to make sure that you're able to set your thirst for vengeance or revenge to the side and treat people as human beings. It is at times like these when you will know a society by how they treat their enemies, by how they treat their incarcerated. And unfortunately, Netanyahu, members of the IDF, they are not being humane. They are not being just. Now, I am arguing almost daily with people on Twitter who they come out and they say, well, you know, those numbers are exaggerated. Those numbers are fake. Those numbers, the people that you're seeing, they're deep fakes. You know, the shame of that is the tone deafness of the people who say that, because it wasn't so many years ago, and it's still going on today, when you have certain people that look at the Holocaust, when 6 million Jewish people were murdered, and they like to say, well, you know, those numbers are exaggerated. Not nearly that many people died. Guys, I would urge you to not have that argument. I would urge you to be objective, to understand that it's okay to take a side, but understand that when you take a side, that it's also okay to call out when that side is doing something wrong. And right now, by God, they are.